Yefimovich, Chapter 3. He sat there in his chair, fist to forehead, pondering the words he wanted to say. The room was dimly lit by the desk lamp that hovered over him, suspended in air, silent. He had grabbed his pen resting on the old rustic desk and scribbled the words he held within his mind, bringing them to life in the world in which he lived. Yefimovich looked out his window, and his eyes saw winter coming to the desert world of Yizra. The morning air froze the sands, crystallizing them until the heat of the sun broke them free from their prison, once more to roam the desert plains, barren to the eye, but filled with life beyond imagination. The fire cracked behind him in the early hours, as the sun had slowly risen off the horizon. His brain tinkered with words as he thoughtfully and carefully crafted the characters from pen to paper, noting in the end of his letter with sagacious lexeme, "You were born for this time, and in this time you must stand. Love your father, Yefimovich." He closed the letter and sealed it with a wax the colour green, with the symbol of a rooted pyramid. He switched off the light and waved his hand into the air, as if to say goodbye, choking the fire that burned behind him, letting down a stone wall that fell in front of the fireplace, leaving only the chimney for the blaze to escape. There was a knock at the office door, and Victoria entered the darkened room. "Hello, my dear," said Yefimovich. "I was just finishing up." Without saying a word, Victoria placed a sweet and tender morning kiss upon his lips. "Your ride is on its way, Yeffy. You should get ready for the day." She wrapped her arms around him, feeling the warmth of their bodies together. "When should they be here?" he asked his wife. "In about 20 minutes," she said, releasing him from her embrace. Yefimovich smelled underneath his arms. "I suppose I do smell a bit." He laughed, letting his hands slip down Victoria's waist, and headed towards the master bath of his bedroom to run the shower at steaming temperature, clearing not only the dirt clogged within his pores and sweat glossed upon his skin, but to wash away all that was and ever was, ill and old and dead, both in body and in thought. Yefimovich was washed and readied for the day, renewed, a new man, so to speak, as he headed down to the main floor of the palace. Rivka had laid out his papers and work attire. Victoria sat at the table drinking her morning coffee with a bit of toast slathered in a purple gooey jam that smelled sweet and berried.